What's poppin', T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Married to Medicine Season 7, Episode 10 review. Before I start, I did do a hair tutorial and a makeup tutorial on both of these looks. So you'll catch the videos during Vlogmas. So get ready. Also, I have some behind the scenes tea right now and in the middle of this review. So make sure you watch the whole entire thing. The first bit of behind the scenes tea is this weekend is BravoCon in New York. All of the Bravo celebrities are there. I've been looking at everybody's Insta stories, and I saw that Quad, Toya, and Simone are back cool with one another. They're at least back on speaking terms. They were laughing and kikiing backstage. So we'll see where their friendship is once the reunion airs. So to start off the episode, we have Toya and Eugene having Simone and Cecil and Miles over for dinner and to show them the house. They have a beautiful 25 feet ceiling, 6-bedroom, wine cellar, 2-story closet home. The house was absolutely stunning. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely beautiful. Everything that they spent their money on, it was worth it. You got to give it up to them. They did a wonderful job on that home. So Jackie is on the phone with Quad telling her about her vagina book release party that she's having. She wants everyone to wear vaginal pink. I could have went to the party. Over dinner, Simone tells Toya that she and Cecil will be hosting a couple trip this year. They're taking it back because, everybody else has fucked it up. They're all going to Cabo San Lucas. Sheridan, if you watching this review, we should go there for our trip. Maybe we won't die if we go there. Maybe we should try to go to that same resort. Let's talk about it later. Anywho, so Toya say, are you going to invite Quad? And Simone say, we're going to invite everybody. And Toya say, why do you want her there? And Simone say, because we've known her for years and this and that. And so Toya is still staying steadfast to what she said last year, that she did not want Quad on the couples trip. Let's talk down below. Do you think that Quad should be able to go on the couples trips with the cast? My opinion, do I think that Quad should be able to go? I think that she should be able to go for the simple fact. I know last year I said she shouldn't go, but now that I'm thinking about it even more, if she's gonna be on the show still, then she might as well be able to go on the couples trip. She's not married to Medicine, so she doesn't even have a reason to be on the show anymore, but she's still there. That's just like with the Real Housewives. Half of them bitches ain't housewives. So it's just like, she's on the show. Let the bitch go. I don't fucking care. So, so Contessa and Scott go to therapy, and as they're walking in, she asks him, is his phone off? So they won't be interrupted. He says yes. There's an obvious strain between them. They're sitting in the waiting room. They're barely looking at each other. It's hella awkward. It's just really sad to see them in such a state. They get into the therapy office, and as soon as they sit down and get ready to talk, his phone goes off, and he says he has to take the call, and he leaves out. And I would have been annoyed. Contessa was annoyed, and she tells the therapist that, she asked him, was his phone off, and he said yes. And she says that he does this all the time. He can never turn his phone off. Even when they're having a serious conversation, he'll take the phone call and walk away. And I know that probably makes her feel dismissed. When he comes back in the room, the therapist tells him what was said. And Scott says, I thought I turned it on vibrate. Sure you did. So he asks her, does she feel neglected? And Contessa say, I think I'm not important. I don't feel like I'm at the top of your list always. And she starts to cry. And Contessa says, I do things that come off like I'm selfish because I have to look out for myself. And I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that one. So maybe he makes her feel alone in their marriage. Who knows? Maybe this thing, as we can see, goes way deeper than what we saw on the surface. So he admits that he was in over his head when she said that she wanted to go to school, and how it was too much for him. She wants more affection, and he wants them to make no judgment statements towards each other. So he's more on the level of the way that they speak to one another. He doesn't like it. And she, on the other hand, wants him to hug her and be more affectionate, because she says that she can't remember the last time that they even hugged one another. And at the end of the meeting, he ends up giving her a hug, and in their confessional, Scott says that he's honestly shocked that they are in such a bad place, and that their problems run deeper than he actually thought. But what I can see is that both parties do want to work on it. So I think that they really do have hope. So it's Jackie's book release party. Buffy is there with her husband, and she says she got her results back from her mammogram and she is fine. So congratulations on that. All the ladies are there. Jackie speaks to the crowd and reveals the cover to her book, The Queen Vagina. The cover was cool. It could have been more done to it, but for Jackie, it was great. So Jackie gives her speech, and as she's speaking, she say, I go through radiation to find out the thing that we grow up wanting, or at least most of us do, I can't do. And Buffy, you can relate. You're infertile. And when she said that shit, like you see Buffy is visibly taken aback. Her head jerks back. I was looking at the shit and said, oh, like, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck did that come from? I was even taken aback. I was like, wow, like, what the fuck? And it was just, even the way she said it, it was just so sterile and just so cold and no emotion behind it. So the other part of the behind the scenes tea I have is Buffy's statement that she placed online. And this is what she had to say. It's quite long, but it was shade filled, baby. She was gathering them edges. So she said, this was one of the most humiliating and painful moments in my life. I am proud that I was able to rise above my pain and embarrassment and conduct myself as a lady that my mother and grandmother raised me to be. When you first meet someone and they see that you are happily married, they ask the inevitable question, do you have kids? I always answer no. No, period. Then some people ask, why not? As if my husband and I have done something wrong. I am then forced to explain my many failed attempts at motherhood. This is the level of discussion that Dr. Walters, aka Jackie, and I had regarding my challenges with fertility. To call another woman infertile is cruel. That word doesn't begin to describe the type of person that I am. The clinical definition is that you are unable to get pregnant. Well, I can and have gotten pregnant many times. I was just unable to carry my babies to full term. So first of all, Jackie, you was wrong with what the fuck you said, and didn't have no business saying it. Anyway, she said, additionally, it means that you bear no fruit. Well, I like to think that I have been a productive member of society and that my mark will be left through philanthropy. I believe that Dr. Walter said this with malicious intent because she could have said many other things about me if she truly wanted to relate to me. We are both successful business women. We are both extremely organized. We both do a lot of charity work. The list goes on and on, but she settled on this. And to date, she has never offered me a sincere apology. I don't want an apology from her anyway, because she doesn't think that she did anything wrong. A mouse has more emotional intelligence. For all the people saying this is some sort of editing trick, sadly, it's not. It happened. And being forced to relive it on television and social media hasn't been fun. Thank you to everyone for the positive words of encouragement. The kindness of strangers will never cease to amaze me. I'm fine. I'm tougher than I seem, and this too shall pass. I'm thankful to know who my real friends are on the cast. Dr. Simone Whitmore, Mariah, and Toya Bush Harris, and thanks Lake and Dr. Jarrett. So she don't fuck with Quad, she don't fuck with Jackie, and she don't fuck with Heavenly Ass, which is obvious. My stance on this, Jackie was 100% wrong, as she always is. Jackie is insensitive. She always speaking out of term. She always saying some slick shit about something or someone or something, and then when she's called to task, she always likes to give these half-ass apologies that don't mean shit, and then she later goes on to let you know that she really honestly didn't mean the apology. From what we do see on next week's clip, she's not even apologetic. She seems to get mad at Buffy for even calling her out on the bullshit. So girl, fuck Jackie. I've been telling y'all about Jackie for the longest. This ain't the first time Jackie done been shady towards somebody and said something slick, and it won't be the last time. Somebody needs to get Groot ass the fuck together, because you know I can't stand her Jack and the Beanstalk looking ass. She is rude as fuck. She's unemotional as fuck. She's cold. She's callous. She's just hollow inside. And I don't know if it's because of everything that she's gone through, but Jackie really needs a cleansing. Like she needs some type of form of happiness, because it's obvious Jackie tries to fill her life with all these things that she does, and she's not really honestly emotionally fulfilled in life. She's in that loveless ass marriage that she's trying to hold on to for what reason, God knows. I don't know. But maybe she should have had a kid. Maybe she would have been able to have more humility about herself, because she's just so sterile. She's sterile in her personality, in the way that she runs her life, in the way that she runs her business, her friendships, her relationships. She's sterile. So I felt sorry for Buffy. That was the worst thing anybody could do to somebody in the front of a group of people. Like, and then to have that shit played out on national TV, it was very fucked up. So fuck Jackie for that. Jackie, however, did release an apology, but like old girl said, she has never apologized sincerely to her. So Toya's confessional, she wonders, did Buffy give Jackie the okay to tell everyone that? So everyone is asking Dr. Simone, was that okay for Jackie to do that? Like, is that against the HIPAA laws or whatever? We didn't hear what Simone's rebuttal was. So Lake asks Buffy's husband, is she okay that? And he says no, but it's fine. Quad notices Buffy is about to cry, and you could tell she was embarrassed. She was shaken up by the whole situation. Buffy says, I want a baby. And Quad say, why don't you try a surrogate? And Buffy says, my husband said we already spent $100,000 to $200,000. Maybe it's just not meant for us to be. And you can see her husband is older, so he probably don't even want to be bothered with the shit now. I feel bad for Buffy, because if anything, what Jackie could have said is, a young lady in the audience by the name of Buffy can relate to where I'm coming from, because we both are in a position of wanting children, but are in a position where our husbands don't want us to have children. Now, that's what she should have said, because they both are in that position of wanting children, but having husbands who are over that path in their life. That's what she could have connected with her on, not her being infertile. So, in their confessional, Buffy's husband says that nothing has worked. They've tried IVF. They tried some other things. And Buffy says that she ovulates, she has eggs, but she just can't get pregnant, in that type of way. So Heavenly praises Jackie's accomplishments to Simone. She was like, she got her book, she got the podcast, she got her, her clinical shit or whatever. And Simone says, yeah, but she needs to spend more time with her man and enjoy life. And I was like, I agree 100%, because then they go end up cheating on her ass again and leaving her this time for good. So the ladies sit down and talk, and Simone said, I want to talk about the couples trip. And Toya say, stop calling it a couples trip. Are we going to share our husband with Quad? Like, God damn, Toya, don't miss your words at all. So Quad was like, please don't share your husband with me. So I, however, think that Toya knows the truth about this shit with Quad and Lake husband, because she has been adamant about Quad not joining the couples trips before this season. This was going back 2 years ago now. She was adamant about she's single. She ain't got no reason being around my goddamn married ass husband. I think that Toya know the truth. And this is before, like I said, her and Mariah even got back cool like that. So I feel like Toya know the real deal Holyfield, and she looking at that bitch like if she could do it to her, she'll do it to me. No God, no sir. So Mariah said, your stance has changed since last year, to Simone. And Simone said, yes, last year, Quad had a great time, and she really changed my mind because, it was cool. So Mariah and Toya kind of side-eye her like, we don't want that bitch there, but okay. So they go on a couples trip. Simone has a penthouse suite for one of the couples, but to get it, they have to do a dance contest, and Buffy and her little white unrhythmic husband sit up there and try to dance. It was funny, but child, when Scott almost broke his neck break dancing, Damon almost broke his neck spinning on his head, Heavenly up there shaking like she a salt shaker. Bitch, I was like, throw all the couples away, but Damon and Heavenly won. It was funny, and then the episode goes off, and next weekend it's going down. I give tonight's episode of Married to Medicine a B-. Really didn't that much happen except for Jackie's social faux pas of calling that girl infertile. Let's talk down below. Do you think that Jackie was wrong? Do you think Toya knows the truth about Quad Quad and Lake husband fucking? Do you think that Quad should be allowed to go on a couple's trip? Let's talk down below. You know I love chatting with you guys. Make sure to thumbs this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.